groups that I will be posting this in. A lot of you don't know who Dan Dahlin is, so let me tell you who Dan Dahlin was. Dan Dahlin was the administrator way before Facebook was around, Instagram, even maybe Google, back in the AOL days. Dan had a chat room called the Pro Cleaners Network, which I was very much a part of. To be honest, the Pro Cleaners Network is where I started. Dan Dahlin had a group of about 9 or 10 cleaners that he started off with in the Pro Cleaners Network chat room. Every day between the hours on Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. to about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a whole bunch of us would go in this Pro Cleaners chat room and we would just talk, just like we had these Facebook groups now. That's partially what made me start the carpet cleaning world. Dan Dahlin was a pioneer and a leader in the carpet cleaning industry, not because he had the biggest truck mount, not because he had the newest tools or used the best cleaning agents out on the market at that time, but Dan was a leader because he brought all of us together, and it was a way that we could chat and converse. And then every Tuesday night, he would pick one of us, including yours truly, and it was a cleaner spotlight night, similar to what I have here every Tuesday night, called the Revolution Show. Dan Dahlin had brought it all together. Craig Jasper was his partner in the Pro Cleaners Network. And we learned and we got to see and get together and really see, just like we do in the group today, we got to see how other cleaners made it. We got tips from each other, and we just hung out. On a Tuesday and Wednesday night, we couldn't talk to our wives or our spouses about what goes on in our daily day. But every night for a couple hours, it was started off with just 9 or 10 of us. And then it was like 50 of us. And then it was like 100 of us. And it kept growing and growing and growing. It was called the Pro Cleaners Network. Well, at any rate, you guys know I just returned from the September 2021 Experience Convention in Las Vegas, where I spoke to one of my mentors, Craig Jasper. And he said, "Roger, have you heard?" And I said, "No, what are you talking about, Master Jasper?" And he said, "Dan died." I said, "What?" He said, "Dan died." And so you know how news gets around real fast. And so then another good friend of mine, Darren Hickman, who has the I can't remember the name of his supply store at the time, but he walked up to me and he said, "Roger, did you know Dan died?" And I said, "Yeah, I just heard." He died of cancer, ladies and gentlemen. He died of cancer a couple days right before the convention started last week. And I was very sad to hear that, because not only was he the leader of the Pro Cleaners Network, but he was a friend. He was a friend from Iowa. Nobody ever got to see Dan, so I can't even show you a picture of the man. Nobody ever got to see him. Remember the old show, Charlie's Angels, where you just heard Charlie's voice in the box? Well, that's how Dan was. He never showed his face, but you knew Dan's voice whenever he spoke. He was a leader, gentlemen, in our industry, not because he had the best equipment or sold the best chemicals or even made the most money. He was a leader in our industry because he was one of the first to bring us all together. That's what I am trying to continue to do in 2021. I'm trying to help the industry form some type of unity, because you don't need a degree or we don't even have a union for us to combine. So you got every carpet cleaner doing their own thing, just doing their own thing. Then they come in these carpet cleaning groups and they want to fight and argue. We don't need to fight and argue. We need to take a chapter out of Dan's book and unify. We need to unify. But at any rate, Dan was on the path of being one of the pioneers and leaders in the industry to help us unify. And I want everyone, even some of the newer cleaners, maybe some of the older cleaners that don't even know who Dan is, I want you to take a minute with me right now, and I want you to hold your head in prayer and just say goodbye to one of the pioneers of our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dip my head for about a minute. I'm not drunk. I'm not crazy. I want to bow my head in respects to Dan Dahlin. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment and bow your head with me. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't know Dan, he was a brother in the industry, but he was a pioneer of the industry because he was trying, and he successfully brought a group of us together back in the early 2000s, before Facebook, before Google, before Instagram and anything else, even before Skype. He brought us together in the AOL Pro Cleaners chat room. We owe him a sincere thank you for trying to bring us together, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Dan once told me, he said, Roger, one day you're going to be a leader in this industry. I couldn't see it back then, ladies and gentlemen. I thought the man was just being kind. But he said he saw something in me. And I thank him for that, because he's one of the reasons why I even started the carpet cleaning world. Now, he might have had 2,000 or 3,000 members in the Pro Cleaners chat room. We have 8,600 members in the carpet cleaning world. But I would have never been able to bring this together or even think to bring the industry together in a carpet cleaning Facebook group if it wasn't for pioneers and leaders like the late and great Dan Dahlin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like what another cleaner is saying in any of these groups, don't put him down. Don't give him a negative comment. Don't think that he's not doing something right. He's doing or she's doing the best thing or the best way they know how to do at this time. People grow. People grow. Why don't you be a part of that? Dan knew this. This was part of Dan's philosophy. A lot of people didn't agree with me, and Dan saw that. But Dan was one of the people that helped me hold my head up and keep my head up. And I thank him. I appreciate him. He is truly one of the pioneers of the carpet cleaning industry. Once again, not because he had a lot of money, because he didn't. Not because he had the best truck mount. Not because he used the best chemicals. But he had a way of unifying cleaners from all around the world. Pirate Pete down in Australia. Guys up in Canada. People from the UK. There was even a guy that cleaned casinos in Africa that used to come in to Pro Cleaners Network. He had to watch the show and all at a different time than we did because he was on a whole different time frame, but he did. That's what the Pro Cleaners Network did for the cleaning industry. Darren Hickman, Craig Jasper. If you can, comment under this post. You knew him just as well as I did. Make sure that Dan's name is not forgotten. Make sure that we help the industry know what Dan did so we could have Facebook groups, Instagram, and all these other ways we can unify as we do by the thousands when he only had a couple thousand of us back in the early 2000s. Now through Facebook, we're able to unify by the thousands in our Facebook groups. And whether you like these groups or not, or you're a naysayer or not, this group is good for you too. This group helps you too. You might not want to give the praise. You might not want to appreciate. You might just be an unhappy person inside. But these groups, if you're in them, help you. You know how they help you? Because someone somewhere in the world is doing and going through the same thing every day, all day, that you're going through. And you can reach out very easily through these Facebook groups, and you can listen and hear their frustrations. You can get tips. You can better your business. Maybe in some ways, even better your life. Well, it was people like Dan Dahlin who started the Pro Cleaners Network that led us to be able to have these thousands upon the thousand members from around the world. It's not called the carpet cleaning world because we're just in the United States. We have members around the world. And it all started with pioneers like Dan Dahlin. So if you didn't know who he was, now you do. I'm going to post this on YouTube. I'm going to post this in all the Facebook groups. Dan's name will not die out because he's no longer here if Roger Lloyd has anything to say about it. I thank you for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the name when you come in these Facebook groups or any type of unity that we have in our industry. And remember one of the pioneers that helped start this whole thing. And his name is Dan Dahlin. This is Roger Lloyd from the carpet cleaning world. And on YouTube, your carpet cleaners consultant. Thank you. And remember the name, Dan Dahlin. You take care now.